right, welcome back to the Mellow experiment, where we're just talking about things that two guys that know each other talk about. This week, large event that happened, huge event actually, one of the biggest American events in history. The NFL has restarted its 103rd season.
I know that you're not just putting disrespect on the Queen of England like that.
Oh yeah, yo. Shout outs to all the people that care about the patriarchy. Yeah, sure.
The memes that have come up from that
Dude, it's
are pretty
surprising.
pretty
I
funny though.
I personally find them somewhat in bad taste.
It
Personally,
was like a
they're
little quick to the draw
they're
for
they're
sure.
bore they're boring. They're not funny. I thought that the memes about her living forever were significantly funnier.
Yeah,
The memes when the queen was alive were significantly better than the ones that happened after she passed.
my favorites are like the only ones that I actually find funny are the ones where Queen Elizabeth never got to see blank and fill in the blank with some nonsense like Queen Elizabeth never got to see GTA 6.
True.
Queen
She
Elizabeth never got to see the Percy Jackson trailer that came out like yesterday, I
Oh
guess.
bro, she never got to see me become president. She never got to see
Oh,
the Mellow experiment get logged in the Library of Congress, like it's just a shame.
yeah, public domain.
Yeah, bro. But no, it's you're not wrong though. Disney like a little off topic off the football, Well, the stuff Disney's like trying to drop as much stuff as humanly possible right now to keep people interested. I swear. They're just like it's like the
Disney?
reverse. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Disney. It's like the reverse of Netflix. Netflix is just like, oh yeah, we're casually adding more stuff to our service back in like 2015. People are like, this is like the best platform. And now that there's so many competitors, Disney's like trying to take the reins over like some of these other subscription services because they don't really offer that much, to be honest, other than like Marvel and Star Wars. So they're just trying to churn this shit out, and they just keep dropping shit. Like they dropped probably like 10 new shows. But the thing is about the shows, they just all look like movies that they just turned into shows. I don't
Uh,
know if I like it that way.
for animation though, I think they gotta stick with that. They gotta
Well, I don't
stick with
know,
that.
man. Instead of making a new Cars movie, they're making a Cars show.
Is Lightning McBeeb in it?
Yeah, Lightning McJeeb is in it, and so is Tomater. Yeah, they're going on a road trip. They're finally doing a road trip thing with cars. They had to do it eventually, right? There's no way to avoid it.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of shocking. I mean, isn't just every trip they make a road trip? I mean, like,
Yeah, but this time it's a real time like bros road trip between Tomater and Lightning McQueen.
I wonder how they're gonna incorporate electric vehicles in the cinematic Cars
I
universe.
know, right? Are they built different?
Teslas.
They just built different, dude. Well, they kind of got into that in cars too. They were like, oh, like they were like designing these engines. There's like this whole engine conspiracy. That's what the whole movie was about.
Little
Okay,
from
all
those
right, all
movies.
right, all right. We're not talking about cars anymore.
That,
Anyways, we're talking about.
that let me bring that up real quick.
Okay, all right,
That
Matt.
the trailer, like when Lightning McQueen would go from place to place, he'd travel inside his friend. The
Mac,
trailer.
yeah, he would go inside Mac. Well,
He'd
actually, that's
tra-
wrong. That's actually wrong. Canonically, the trailer was just a trailer. It was like
uh,
Mac was just the front, right? Like a truck, like it just carries its cargo. The truck is
you're
the
right.
front part. Yeah,
Yeah, my bad. My bad.
yeah. The trailer was nothing.
Well, okay. We can go back on topic now, of course.
Yeah. So, anyways, though, we're talking football. We're talking fantasy football today.
Yeah,
Talking
it's
about
currently
our teams,
taking
our leagues.
it's taking place during the midway point, roughly, of week one.
Yep.
One action.
2022,
Yeah.
2023 season.
So why don't you take us through your team, Alec? First, with what's your team name? I
Oh, of
expect great
course, of
things.
course. Here, let me share my screen here so you can see it. Can you see this?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is I'm in a fantasy football league right now. I'm the Paps Blue Ribbons.
Great
Um,
name.
yep, thank you. So let's run down my starting lineup for this week. I had Lamar Jackson. I took him kind of early in the draft. It was kind of sus, not gonna lie, kind of sus.
How early we talking?
probably. By the way, I was pick number 5 in my draft, which is honestly pretty ideal because we were in a 12-man draft. So like I got some decent picks. Namely, the ones that I was most excited about was Lamar Jackson, Dalvin Cook, and Tyreek Hill. I do have some bonuses though with Cordero Patterson, and I honestly thought that Chase Claypool might be somewhat decent, but I had Tyler Boyd in my back pocket, just in case, because thinking Cincinnati, they just Joe Burrow likes to move that ball, so
Two flex league. Interesting,
yeah, two
interesting.
flex league, I know, right? I don't know. Overall, I would say my team at the moment, it's actually been performing pretty well. I was joking to my brother, 2 of the games today, the Colts and the Steelers both went to overtime, and I netted about 5 extra points in fantasy because of overtime. That's what we like to see.
Lucky, yeah.
That's that good stuff. Um, Meanwhile, though, Cordero, scored a touchdown today. Tyreek almost scored a touchdown. Lamar kind of went off today. I mean, they're playing the Jets. Jets, 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 Jets. Uh, so sad. Um, Yeah, no, like there were some absolute comebacks today though. Like it was crazy. Like these games got super swung, which was awesome because a lot of these teams just got extra play time and they just used like their full potential. So a lot of people are scoring big on fantasy this week. Already seen people in the hundreds and they have like 3 or 4 players left to play. So,
Yeah, pretty yeah, like the OT definitely plays a factor in it. And yeah, I just feel like
mhm.
they're just trying new things. They're trying to get some movement going. Definitely pretty offensive focused first couple games.
Yeah.
No one on your IR yet?
No, I didn't draft any injured players. I always try to somewhat avoid that. I didn't really feel like there were any players that stood out that were like, oh man, like these players specifically are just like are like super good, but you're gonna risk them because they're injured. I really felt like there was nothing wrong there. But if you see, like, I'm actually leading pretty well against this guy in my matchup this week, which kind of scared me because first game of the season was Bills Rams, and he has Cooper Cup, who gave him a fat 25 points. So
Yeah, it's tough to start.
that is tough, but I still netted some fat points off Cordell Patterson, former Bear, excellent player. Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I was just surprised at how low Cordero went in this draft. Like I was trying to see what his comparison was to last year, and it was just like way too low. Like no one was putting anything on him. I figured if they weren't doing very well with their quarterback, they just run the ball more, and that's what he does. So
Seems to
um,
be a pretty high quality Alec take at the moment.
I think so. So I'm up 11 points on this man right now. Although this guy is scaring me, dude. This guy right here, he went all in on this one player named Amon-Ra St. Brown on
Yes,
Detroit. The tablet
yes.
of Amon-Ra. That's what it's he's joking from the hit movie. Um,
The mummy, if I'm
no,
feeling.
it's not the
Yeah.
Mummy. No. The tablet of Amon-Ra is from Night at the Museum with Ben Stiller. Hello?
Oh, right.
So,
Same movie.
yeah, no, he's kind of kicking ass. Like I'm looking at his squad and his looks kind of disgusting. Um, Funny enough, he has David Bell, who is a former Purdue superstar. Um, but I mean, just looking at his lineup looks just all like just disgusting. Like he has Jalen Hurts, Najee Harris, Joe Mixon, Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's really good. Ezekiel Elliott, Buffalo's
Bills.
defense. He's got
Justin
Rodgers on the
Tucker.
bench. He's got Kittle on the bench. Like,
How'd you let this
bro,
happen?
scary. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea how this happened, to be completely honest. Yeah, this guy looks like unstoppable. I don't think anyone's gonna beat him this season, to be honest. And it's the first game, and he already looks like he is a disgusting lineup. Another top 100 player. This guy normally he's one of my friends, just drafts like completely random stuff. Like I think that his team looks pretty mid, but he has Joe Burrow, so I'm never and Devonta Smith, but he like did nothing today. So Brandon Cooks went off though. If you know who Brandon Cooks is,
Hmm, hmm.
Houston player, he's pretty good, but
Yeah, the Texans overall
like
looked really
Jonathan
good.
Taylor, like I don't know, it just looks like he went in on some very specific, interesting players. But my league overall, it's like it's pretty interesting. It's fun. I'm pretty confident. I'm currently standing at number three, number tie. Like I'm like third or fourth in my standings right now out of 12. Um,
Mhm.
so I'll definitely accept that. It's a pretty good start. I think as the season progresses, with further injury, I think I'm gonna be a little bit safer than other players because I kind of
I just saw.
drafted around injury a little bit. None of these players have like major history of getting big time injured except Lamar. So yeah,
That's
that's
the thing about football. Things can go south pretty quick, injury wise.
oh, absolutely, all the time. So I
But
try to avoid them.
I wanted to highlight one of your league mates' names. My ball, Zach Ertz.
Wait, I did not see that one.
I believe it was in the matchups
My
playing.
Balzac Ertz. That's an incredible name.
What's the backstory of this league? What's
Oh, like the
who's
money?
in it? No, just like who's in it. Like how
Um, it's just people that are from Purdue. So, I'm here with shout out to Nick, shout out to Cyrus. Cyrus is the South Bend Cinnamon Rolls. Dude, his
yeah,
his
yeah.
team is sucking though. Like, who's
He's
his
using the
team?
Bears D. Boy,
Yeah, but like
and boy.
DK Metcalf, Travis Kelsey, that's pretty good. Josh Jacobs. Okay, I think it's just because a lot of these people haven't played yet. But he went out on Stafford. Mistake.
He's supposed to
He
be.
he got
Everyone
Derrick
was really
Henry.
hot on it.
Thumbs up. Okay, well the reason why he hasn't netted any points is because his teams haven't played yet. That makes sense. I mean, he's got Amari Cooper on the bench. Like, dang, dude. He's got Hunter Renfrow, Josh Jacobs, Travis Kelsey, DK Metcalf, Mike Evans, Derrick Henry. Yeah, no. Cyrus just he's really good at fantasy. So I don't know. He put all faith in Stafford. I think it's just because he wanted to just bulk up his main lineup, and then pick a QB that's decent later. Stafford's risk. It's a risk, dude. He could get injured. He was looking kind of trash at the beginning of the season, but Stafford kind of is game to game these days. But I feel like that's enough about me. Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it. I think it has a lot of potential.
Okay. Well, let's talk about my shit team.
Oh, there it is.
hmm
I found it. I got it. All
hmm
right, cool.
hmm
I
Got
like the
it.
Chili's logo. That's major. Oh, I forgot to mention you're doing it through Yahoo. I was doing it through ESPN
Yeah, I
ESPN.
would much rather do it through Espen, but for some reason, the older people in the league just have like always done it through Yahoo,
Yeah, I think it's
and
it's older, historical.
yeah, it definitely is
It's the
older, and
historical one.
that's how it's I like it. So let's go through my shit team. All right,
What the
Trey
fuck?
Lance.
Why?
Fuck.
Why, man?
Well, this was like pretty much like the 10th pick in the draft
The
for
10th?
me. Like the rounds, like it was.
Oh, it was a 10th round decision. Okay.
I was just trying to get anybody at this point because I knew I was going to get running back, wide receivers, and then figure out quarterback later. And
Mhm.
to be honest, I mean, when before I started drafting, there wasn't the elite quarterbacks in my mind. It was just like Josh Allen and like I don't know, just no one really felt like they were going to be elite this year. So like
Okay.
obviously it's not really working out for me too well. But I chose him because he had some potential upside. But this is going to make some more sense because I'm contrasting him with this guy
Oh,
who's
yeah. You should have just put him in
who's
this week.
pretty much a guaranteed like 15, 16 points instead of 10 or the hell he got me.
Yeah.
So I know I'm gonna keep an eye on him. This was just like a week one. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah, yeah.
expect it to
You can
rain
make
like it
adjustments.
did,
Yeah, you can make
and
adjustments.
but shout out Tyreek. We saw the same thing in him. Wish he would have done a little bit more,
Yeah,
but
I agree. Waddle was just going off.
yeah, got robbed a couple times. But now let's get into the really disappointing.
Dude,
Yeah,
A-Rob was a mistake. You never should have gone in on
dude,
A-Rob. He did
I
nothing for the
just
Bears like the last two seasons.
I thought that again on a good team he might be able to excel some more, but obviously Stafford isn't interested in throwing to anyone that's not Cooper Cup.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
that's about it.
Yep.
Eric Henry, the game just started. I thought they'd be like
No, I,
utilized
I
him a
I have
little bit
faith in
more. I
Henry,
don't know.
dude. No way,
I
unless he gets
gotta
injured.
watch. Gotta watch. Tune into that game after this episode.
Dude,
And
he
DeAndre
got you a lot
Swift,
of points. Swift was killing it.
but he literally would have gotten like 40 if there's another running back on the Lions. Williams is his
Hmm.
name, and they handed it to him at like the 2 yard line for a touchdown like twice. So
Wow.
he like dropped 2 touchdowns. So he literally would have been like 50 goddamn points if that didn't happen. So
Dang.
all right, I'm hot about him. Lions look pretty good though.
I mean,
There's just some
they
like
lost.
yeah, but for the Lions, scoring 35 points is
It's pretty good, yeah.
pretty damn good. I just like a random guy that I chose like in the 11th round, who like
Oh,
was
hey,
like
I have
pretty
Dalton
high.
Schultz too. Yeah, he's pretty decent.
Later.
He's like a primary target.
And just in my research, it was just like, yeah, he's okay. So I'm like, all right, whatever. But now let's get into the real sadness of the affair.
Cam Akers got 0 points.
This was my second
Yeah.
pick in the draft.
Second
Um,
pick. Oh
yeah,
man. Dude, yeah, the Rams
he
are gonna be really interesting this
or
season.
no, it was Derrick
Yeah, that
Henry,
makes more sense. And then probably
DeAndre Smith,
Akers.
and then Akers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, they gave him the ball like twice, and they like utilized this other guy Henderson every single time.
Hmm.
And the coach, I'm curious, what's his like? Um, is gonna say how much he's rostered. I don't know. It was just like funny thing about Yahoo. I don't know if ESPN has it, but you can click on the players and there's like a chat function where people can chat about the player.
That's funny.
And it's just people are just like talking. They're talking so much trash. But I actually like learned some pretty interesting things where like they notified me of a news article that their coach put out saying that they he didn't like show up enough in practice and like I
Wow.
guess he's not the guy anymore. Even though everything was saying that he's like
The
the guy,
guy.
you know.
Yeah.
That was kind of disappointing,
That's
but
crazy.
might I'll hold them. I'm not gonna start them next week, but I got some other
Dude,
depth
like
at
James
running back.
Cook should be good. He just didn't have a great week with Buffalo. Buffalo
It
just
was
didn't need him.
literally
See
he got
see the problem
one.
is that I have
Yeah,
Singletary too, but I kind of forgot about Josh Allen. He's just gonna run the ball a lot himself. That's the problem.
yeah, he likes doing that.
Yeah. So, but Cook definitely has some opportunities. Cause I mean, dude, he's Dalvin Cook's brother. There's got to be a genetic connection there, right? He's got to be really good too.
He was really good in college of Georgia, but
Yeah.
in his very first play, I was watching it. It was like hand him the ball and then he fumbles it, and then he
Yep.
like, didn't get any other action the rest of the game. So that
Nope.
explains the negative 1.8. And better luck next week. We'll see. But I'm excited to see Pollard in the game tonight. Hopefully, he gets some minutes. Maybe he can be a reliable thing, maybe to fill in for Cam. But speaking of like surprises, was James Robinson. No one was really on him, but I had him last year, so I knew he was like pretty much like RB1, RB2 for like a lot of teams last year.
Wow.
And picked him up, and if he keeps this up, he might have to 1% start.
So you're analyzing
Yeah.
this.
And this guy's gonna be out for like another week or two, they said. But he's good. Then we got New Orleans defense who had like a weird game against Atlanta.
They
They're kind
won. They
of
did win, but
yeah.
yeah, they got you some decent points.
Oh, I mean, you want to be around double digits if possible.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
I guess they're only projected that much, so. And I got this guy because I can just see Tampa Bay scoring a lot of touchdowns and stuff, kind of their thing. So
Mhm.
we'll see how that goes. And if you want to know a little bit about the league, it's just some family. Like this week, I'm playing against my brother, um, who is simply just go Vols with Peyton Manning's forehead.
Go Vols.
And
Yeah, you're getting
He's obviously having a
oh,
pretty good week.
he's got Josh Allen and Jamar Chase. Good luck all season. Oh, he's got Kyle Pitts too. Oh, he's got Najee Harris, dude.
So yeah, this team's looking pretty good.
Yeah, just the Josh Allen Jamar Chase combo is just gonna be like an instant 40 points probably every week. 40 to
Hmm
60, which is insane.
Week one
Yeah,
matchups. Any
dude.
highlights
Yeah.
from the game that's really
I mean, there were some absolute nail biters today. Like it's insane how many of these games were super close. Like the Jaguars almost came back and beat the Commanders. Um, but then T Law, Trevor Lawrence threw a pick. Man's just hasn't been good ever since he lost to Justin Fields. That's a fact. No,
he
that's
got
real.
demoralized.
No, he got yeah, dude. That was his first loss as a starter ever. That's not a joke. And ever since he's been on a bottom of the barrel NFL team. Poor guy. But
Oh,
you know, you got to be a
crazy.
winner. Um Ravens Jets wasn't exciting, but I mean Saints Falcons was insane. The Saints came back with Jameis Winston, dude. He threw like two picks, which is a classic Jameis move, you know.
You see
But
that when they won, everyone was so hyped, dude.
dude,
I love.
it
It
was
felt like a playoff game.
I know. But it's like Falcons Saints is a rivalry, classic rivalry.
Hmm
Falcons looked so hot at the start, and then they just choked it, which is such a Falcons classic. Like who, what else, dude? You got Colts Texans tied. That's pretty crazy. The Colts were down 3-20, and they came back, and their defense just stopped the Texans the rest of the game. And they played in the overtime. Colts kicker missed the field goal, like 45
Oh yeah, I
yards.
saw
Everyone
that.
was missing kicks
Yeah.
today. Like the
Well, talk about
Falcons could have
missing
won
kick.
it. The Falcons could have won it. They had like a 60-yard field goal. I mean, that's impossible, but they missed it and they lost, or it got blocked. It got
Yeah, I
blocked by New
believe it got
Orleans.
blocked. Yeah, but
Um, Bengals Steelers was an absolute nail biter. Two absolute kicks, just totally messed up. Two like the Bengals literally came back and won the game in the last second with Jamar Chase just like at the edge of the end zone. It was insane.
yeah. Well, the refs really kind of decided that game for the Bengals. I hate to say it, but that pass interference was kind of garbo.
True. The Browns Panthers game though, that game was super funny. It was like there were moments where Baker just looked really good. There were moments where Baker just looked really bad. Once again, just an average QB. He's got Christian McCaffrey now at least, but the Browns with their backup because of the whole Deshaun situation, they beat Baker. They beat him outright.
Yeah,
They're
he
like,
was
we
the
don't
guy that
need you anymore.
started.
We got like our
Yeah,
random backup guy. I forget what his name even is.
Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett.
It's
Yep.
a nice name.
So they just got their first win with Jacoby, and if they keep it up, if they just stay even, they get Deshaun later, dude.
Man, they should have sent him to jail.
They
That's
should
what
have
they should
sent
have
that
done.
man to jail.
They should have.
49ers
But
Bears, bear
yeah,
down.
this was a
That's all
good
I
one.
have to say. Trey
That's all you
Lance
got to say.
bad. Justin
Do
Fields
you like
better.
how my favorite part of this was this is even gonna be a stat. That's my favorite part of
Oh
this.
yeah, Cairo made no field goals. Dude,
He missed
classic,
both PATs.
classic Bears missing your field goals, dude. Who else, man? AFC South looking trash once again. To be fair, like the Texans showed out a bit, Colts showed out a bit. Um,
Titans are up right now, I think.
no, they played each other.
Oh,
Remember they tied.
I'm
So Titans
saying
though.
Titans.
Oh, my bad.
Yes.
So you said Texans. My bad.
Oh, all right.
Um, yeah.
Any thoughts on Bears week 2?
I think that we're gonna see the offense just evolve throughout this season. I still have my feelings tempered a bit about what to expect out of this season. I think that we're going to lose to the Packers. There's not much that you can do about that when you're playing Aaron
Let's go,
Rodgers.
let's go to the game, Alec. Let's go. Let's get these ticks,
Yeah,
baby.
dude, it's
Yeah,
gonna be. Let's see how expensive they are. Oh, they're actually a lot cheaper than I thought.
not familiar. Well, this is probably like nosebleed
Oh
central.
yeah, dude. Yeah, let's look at one.
No, a nice
They got a
20.
box. They got a box
Like
available.
two for us right there. Yeah, like
Yeah,
two for the kids. Yeah, that's not
only
great.
$310 per
Only
ticket.
that.
No,
Yeah.
that's actually not
Cool.
bad. Like if you
Well,
went
I
to
mean,
one NFL game out of
yeah.
the whole year, that's probably worth.
No, yeah, it's worth definitely. And like, I was looking at some of like the. I'll just like stop streaming. I was looking at because we're going down to Tennessee to see my little brother.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Gonna catch a game to play Missouri. Which is
Missouri.
awesome. Yeah. But I was looking at other games, like when they play Florida, who's like a
Hmm.
big rival for them. Frick ridiculous, man. It's like thousands of dollars.
That's messed
I,
up.
I would never go to like a
No.
college game.
No,
Uh,
no way for college football, dude. Dude, college football takes way too long, in my opinion. It's
but
because
what is like,
they stop the clock after every play. It's just so long. Even when you're at a college football game, it takes forever, and they take forever to review things too, and they review even more than the NFL. It's like, bro, just play the game, please.
but going to the games is fun.
Yeah, I would
Can't.
agree. I would agree. But watching them at home can be pain sometimes. 'Cause you're seriously sitting there watching like you watch an NFL game like 2 hours, right? 4 hours for a college game. That
Like I
happens.
do the marching band and everything.
4 hours, man. It's just
You
like it's too long. That's too much.
catch any of the Penn State Purdue game?
Yeah, it was a little disappointing, but we came out of it knowing that our offense still looked pretty decent. Our defense is always a little lackluster. We barely lost that game to Penn State. It was kind of a disappointment. Like we literally just choked it at the end because of our defense. Last minute we just lost, but it is what it is. We came back next week. This past day, we literally yesterday we beat Indiana State at Purdue by 56 points because they scored
Well,
none. They scored zero
they are
points on us.
FCS team, if I'm not mistaken. Right.
Yeah,
A
but
little
still,
pick me up,
you
little pick
know,
me
you
up
know.
for their
Well,
boys.
hey man, let's just be real though. 56 to nothing still.
Just
50.
good to get some
Hey man,
reps.
but then
Boy,
you see what happened to Texas Tech and Notre Dame.
yeah, Notre Dame lost, of
Notre Dame
course.
lost to Marshall.
Yeah. Well, Marshall's actually like a certified program. Like
Yeah,
they
so and
actually
so
have.
and so is Appalachian State who beat Texas Tech. I'm pretty sure.
Did you see any of those? I saw on Twitter there were literal riots in wherever the hell Appalachian State is, somewhere in the Carolinas. I don't know.
Yeah, it's got to be on the
There were
East Coast
literally
somewhere.
riots of they're like flipping cars. It's
That's
ridiculous.
crazy. That's a little excessive, yeah. For like Texas Tech wasn't even gonna get
Football.
like go to the playoff, dude. But
Was it
dude,
Texas
Bama
A&M?
almost lost though. Did you see that?
Oh, I was watching that game, and
Yep.
I bet the Texas to cover. So it was a pretty good day for me.
Pretty good cover right there, yeah.
But yeah, the Alabama Crimson fraud,
Dude,
definitely.
dude, they should definitely be concerned right now. Unless Texas is really that good.
Well, I don't know. I think they just like obviously when Alabama had the ball for like the last 2 minutes or whatever, and they just like marched their way up the field, like Texas couldn't do anything to stop them. Like Bryce Young was just going off,
Dude,
and
Bryce Young's really good, yeah.
I know they are like I think they're still like the best team in college football. Just I don't know what happened the first 3 quarters of that game.
Yeah.
Came out
You
this
never
year.
know with Ohio State this year. They're really good too.
Any other football talk on your mind, Al?
I think that's about it. Other than the Bears are going to win the Super Bowl for sure, 100%, no doubt.
I believe Vegas has their wins at 6.5 on the season. So I'm not sure if you win a Super Bowl winning 6.5 games.
Hey
But
man, we just won one. That's one more game than Vegas thought we weren't going to win.
sure, I don't think many people thought that they're, including myself, were going to pull it out against the 49ers. But
Oh, dude, I had no worry because we were playing against Trey Lance, who is trash.
I thought like Debo would take over or something. But
Nah, and their other running back got injured too, and so then Trey was like, "Dang, that's one less guy to get to run the ball because I can't throw it very well."
and he people say he's like a big running quarterback, but like
Dude,
he looked
Fields is significantly better than him in like
he
every
looked so
aspect.
awkward. He
He
looked
looks
like
he looks like he doesn't know where to go. Fields kind of looked like that at the beginning of last season, to be fair. When he was playing those games, it just feels like they never really gave Trey like Jimmy got hurt for a little bit and they were starting Trey, but
Mhm.
it didn't work out really well. And then they said they were moving forward with him, and I still think that they probably would have beat us if they put Jimmy in the game instead, straight up. So,
Well, hopefully Jimmy doesn't start week 2. Otherwise, I'll have to. Kirk will be coming off my bench.
all
Maybe
right.
he might come
So
off my bench depending on
you
the
should
game
just
goes
do it
tonight.
regardless, man. I don't think
Yeah,
Trey's
it's
shit,
so.
man. Dude, I thought some of those touchdowns, like one of my friends who's a Niners fan, right, and I was like, dude, yeah, that was not a great shot. He's like, yeah, both quarterbacks didn't really do great. And I was like, bro, like Fields had like two great plays, I thought. Both of his touchdowns were great.
Yeah, especially the
Trey
second one.
didn't like the touchdown they scored was it was decent, and he was moving the ball up the field, he was doing his job. But some of the plays that Fields made was just great. It's like we don't have a ton of assets on our team right now. The Niners definitely still have like a shell of like a championship potential team, but they just have no leader. So
It's a good assessment. It's a good
that's my
assessment.
assessment is that they have a better, well-rounded team, but we got the future ahead of us, bro. Bear down, bear down. We're going all the way,
Hey,
baby.
you heard it here first. Alec and no one else
Justin
believes.
Fields, he's the best QB out of his draft class. He's better than T. Law. He's better than he's better than Trey Lance. He's better than the guy that the Patriots picked,
Mac
Mac
Jones.
Jones. He's better than Mac Jones. I feel like if Bill had Fields, they'd be a pretty sweet team.
Yeah, they would be.
Yeah, they'd be nasty. So that's all I'm saying. He's the best out of his class, and we got him.
Yes,
And he's
time will tell.
ours. And we got a new coaching staff. Bingo. Our president's leaving. Bongo. We're probably going to be moving to a different stadium. Bingo bongo.
Things are looking up.
Things are looking up. We're probably going to
Yep.
win under 10 games this season, but it's okay.
Under 10, that's your number?
Yeah, under 10. More than 5, less than 10. It's going to be in that range. I feel like I'm feeling like a hard 7, a soft 8, wins
All right.
with Fields man in it.
I guess we'll check in at the end of the season. See how your
Yep.
predictions went.
Yep. We'll see. It'll be pretty funny. I'll probably listen back to this too, just to see how future Alec, if you're listening to me right now, and
What a dumb.
what a genius you were. You knew exactly what you were talking about, dude. Everyone knew that we weren't even gonna need the wild card pick. We were gonna go right to the playoffs, dude.
Yeah, I think it's good. You want to forecast the next episode? What we got going
Oh
on,
yeah.
Alec? Maybe
You
why
know,
we didn't do what we
Yeah,
set out to
so
do there?
we're gonna do something kind of funny, a little different. Check out our YouTube channel. Probably if you want extra deets on this one, we're gonna be doing some album cover reviews of specifically album covers that are looking kind of dumb, kind of bad.
Hmm.
Because album covers, it used to be a thing. It used to be a big deal. You'd roll up to the store, you'd purchase an album, be like, I don't know a whole lot about this band, but this cover it looks pretty cool, right? So how do they sell
Hmm.
some of these albums that are good, or some albums that suck and they just have terrible album cover? That just doesn't help.
Oftentimes, it doesn't go hand in hand like that. Oftentimes, the music follows the quality of the album cover.
Honestly, that's typically the case.
We'll be talking about that
Potential
next.
guest, potential guest feature,
Right. Yes,
potential.
huge, huge guest coming. So
Huge.
potentially. Any closing thoughts, Al?
Um, Bear down. I'm gonna drink some PBRs for the fantasy squad that I got.
Yeah.
Football's back. Welcome
Having
back.
fun on a
Back to the
Sunday.
gridiron.
Happy Sunday, everybody.
Praise Jesus.
Amen.